Hi, I'm Tim. Join me in this little video how we talk about Model Aviation magazine, the AMA publication, and the wonderful section on modelers' projects called Focal Point. Let's get to it. One of the aspects of flying radio control model airplane or model airplanes in general is going to the field and seeing what other modelers are doing. It's always fun to see what they bought, what they've modified, what they maybe got at a swap meet, built from plans, a kit. It's just wonderful, the range and variety of models that are out there. However, we see the same models tend at the field. We don't get to contests all the time, but there's a surprising number of really original projects that models are doing across the country with model airplanes. And a great way to get a view of those projects are with the Focal Point section of the Model Aircraft magazine from the AMA. In the Focal Point section, they have anywhere from 8 to 16 projects that the models have done. There's a very nice picture of their airplane, a description of what's going on, a rough outline of how big it is, anything special about it. And what is also nice is most of the submissions have their email address included. So if you see something that you say, boy, that's a really nice project, I'd like it, you can contact the modeler. So let's take a look at, I just happen to have the March 2020 issue of Model Aviation, and we can look at the, just take a look at the Focal Point section in this one so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's a very nice Eindecker, Top Flight P-51, a very nice scaled Bristol World War I fighter, an older pattern airplane. This is a Voisin Canard with a pusher gas engine with the controls up front. A very nice Vietnam era bird dog airplane. Even this one of an Embraer, the Brazilian C-390 cargo aircraft. The gentleman originally built this as a C-17, converted it to a twin-engine C-390. That's in there, again, with all the information about the batteries and George's email address if you wish to talk to him. Again, the Focal Point is such a popular section that this one, they've actually added it to 2 pages. Some additional models here. Very nice Cessna 310. An ultralight, you don't see too many of those, a paramotor. This is an older control line aircraft, the classic Astrohog by SIG, a pattern standard of the 1960s, Ziroli P-47, etc. So again, just nice pictures, a description to kind of get you inspired what other people are doing and maybe give you some ideas for some of your modeling projects. So because there are so many, it's such a popular column of Focal Point, sometimes they don't have enough space in the magazine for all the submissions. But they do have, on the very complete website of Model Aviation, additional digital pictures from the Focal Points. So let's take a look at that website and some of those pictures. If you'd like to submit your project to Focal Point, it's really very easy to do it. Just Google Model Aviation Author Guidelines. You'll come up with a very complete publication from the AMA on what they're looking for if people submit a construction article, anything to the magazine to include Focal Point. And essentially, what the magazine wants you to do is take a good quality picture of your airplane. They want a picture of the airplane. They want the builder in the picture or just the airplane itself. They don't want family members or friends because it's a focus on the aircraft and the builder. Some additional information, and you can email everything in. There's one worker at AMA that handles all these things, and there's a queue. You have to wait for it to come up, but it's really fairly easy to do that. So let's take a look at the guidelines for submitting your airplane to the Focal Point section. Here are the Model Aviation guidelines after Google search. It's really a nice guide to have. They cover feature articles, construction articles, uh, how they're going to pay, bonus video content, just everything you need. Down towards the end, you'll see the small section on focal point. Just describes you need a high quality picture, no objectionable content. Put your address and email if that's possible, and a good description. They can add your model to their collection of focal point subjects. I submitted one of my projects to Focal Point about a year or so ago. It was a SIG Deperdussin kit. It was a very smooth process, picture, description. The one thing in the description is read a few of the descriptions of other Focal Point entries so you have an idea what Model Aviation is looking for. Remember, they're very busy putting out the magazine, so make sure you give them all the information they're looking for, the number of channels, the size, the weight, etc., to help them get what they need to publish your submission. And what we'll do is we'll take a look at my Deperdussin submission to Focal Point. Thank you for watching this video. Focal Point just brings out really the joy of RC modeling. You can see all the wonderful projects that models are doing, some of them really quite complicated, hard things to do with modeling, but they're out there, and it's just a great way to see things models have done just for the pleasure and satisfaction of doing that. So if you submit yours to Focal Point, the best of luck. Thank you for watching.